is a master yachtsman, a world traveler, and internationally connected. His former profession was that of an anesthesiologist. Fisher, that made me laugh. I knew how to say it, but I messed up. Fisher had been featured several times on the television show America's Most Wanted. His charges are failure to appear for trial, first-degree sexual assault, and flight to avoid prosecution. He fled the state during a trial in Newport, Rhode Island, where he was being tried on sexual assault charges. This is Julio Morita. His date of birth is May 12th, 1960. He is a Hispanic male. His height is 5'7", and he weighs 150. He has brown hair with brown eyes, and his last known address was on Elmwood Avenue in Providence, Rhode Island. He is charged with 2 counts of murder. He is wanted for the fatal shooting of 2 individuals in the city of Providence, Rhode Island on October 18th, 1987. Next, we have Rico Benitez, whose date of birth is May 4th, 1962. He is 6 foot and he weighs 168 pounds. He has gray hair and brown eyes. He is charged with DUI, death resulting. The agency is Central Falls Police Department. And a little bit on the background. On January the 17th, 2016, at approximately 3:05 a.m., officers responded to the area on Roosevelt Avenue for a serious car and pedestrian accident where the suspect vehicle had fled the scene. A victim had been located at the scene with very serious life-threatening injuries. And lastly, we have John Nunez. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that, but his date of birth is November 5th, 1989. He is an Hispanic male, 5'7", weighing 170. He has brown hair and brown eyes. His last known address was on Star Street, first floor in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. He is charged with a probation violation warrant for a drive-by shooting for first-degree murder. I guess he is wanted for a fatal drive-by shooting of one individual that occurred in Providence on July 1st, 2017. And that wraps up the state of Rhode Island. And once again, these are the current top 10 most wanted fugitives in the state of Rhode Island. So please, please, please always remember to be on the lookout, especially